Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G here to do another movie review, and today we're going to review the movie Tremors A Cold Day in Hell. Oh boy, yes! Now, Tremors A Cold Day in Hell is a 2018 direct-to-video monster movie. It was directed by Don Michael Paul. This is the sixth film in the Tremors series, and once again, it stars Michael Gross, Jamie Kennedy, and Jamie Lee Money. Now, uh, when I saw Tremors in the movie theaters back when it first released in 1990, it was a fun, very funny, very nice monster movie. We had not monster movies that funny very well. That starred Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward, and of course Michael Gross. It was a nice monster movie, and since that time, it's done pretty well as far as going direct to video. Now, of course, there are rumors that Kevin Bacon is going to be back in a new television series for Tremors. We don't know what's going on with that, whether it's going to incorporate this series or not. We don't know for sure. But yes, this has been a nice ride with this Tremor franchise. Now, I did not see the fifth one. I've seen them all except for this one. But let's go on ahead and let's review Tremors A Cold Day in Hell. Now, after a cold opening, when we see some scientists get attacked by another graboid, the new scientist, uh, I think it's Dr. Sims, calls up Bert and tells him that there's been another graboid attack all the way up in the Canadian North. Now, of course, Bert doesn't believe this because graboids don't are only known to go in the desert, but he and his son Travis are convinced to go up to the north and see what's going on in the Canadian North. And of course, we find out that there are graboids out there. So that's basically what the premise is. As Bert has to get these people together and get them to fight the graboids, and then also in a subplot, it seems like Bert has been poisoned with graboid venom, and they have 40 hours to find a way to cure him. Otherwise, he could die, and that's one of the subplots in the film. Now, what I liked about this movie is this is a nice, different location than Perfection. We have some nice set pieces, and we have some nice set pieces that look like they're in the Arctic tundra. Keep in mind that this film was filmed in South Africa, but they do have some nice set pieces in here. So good production design that they did. I also like the fact that the graboids still, when they explode, spill out this gooey guts mess that they do when they explode. So I do like that aspect of the film, which has been going on since the series was first started. When they explode, all their guts get sprayed anywhere, and a lot of people get graboid juice and guts and all that sort of stuff like that. So I appreciate that aspect, what they kept in the film. No, unfortunately, we do have your typical scientific people in here. We have the one that's real fanatic. Everything about him scares us. Look like he shouldn't even be out there to begin with, but that's typical. We also have your shady typical government character that we see in this film, and we really don't know. I guess it's just there just to make some type of tense in the movie. Like there, he's supposed to be some type of tax man that's going to take away Bert's living outside of capturing or documenting graboids. But we do have the typical people like there, and they're mainly just some of them are just fodder for the grab boys to kill. Now, again, one of the best things about the Tremors is the humor. That's what made the first one and some of the others pretty good. And while there are some good attempts at humor, most of them fall flat. There's actually a couple callbacks to the first movie, like when we saw Valerie of not yeah Valerie had to take her pants off. There's a callback to that scene, and there are other callbacks to the first film as well. Unfortunately, most of them fall flat. So unfortunately, the humor here, while funny at times, kind of misses the mark. Now, obviously, Michael Rose still is pretty good as Montgomery. He does a very fantastic job as playing his character. He could do this in his sleep. However, his obsession with guns has seems to be toned down a bit. I believe probably due to what's happening in the times right now. But they still have him being obsessed. His balls and how much his balls is big, and his obsession with the whatchamacallit. So he still plays most of his character. It's just that his gun obsession is limited, probably due to modern times. Also, Jimmy Kennedy, he's pretty good as his son Travis. He has some good scenes as he tries to connect with his father. And we also have a new character, Valerie, who is the supposedly daughter of Val and Rhonda from the first movie. She's a good added role in there, and she does a pretty good job, and she holds her own as well as some of the other scientific that would be actress Tanya Van Grand as Dr. Rita Sims. She also does a pretty good job in the film as well. But the others, they're just typical character types. They really don't add much to the film, but they don't distract from it as well. So overall, this is a nice film. Nothing wrong with it. The only problem I do have is that there is lack of practical effects in the film. Obviously, budget wise, they must have did not save it for more of the practical effects that we've seen from the other movies right there. Most of it is CGI. Even the tongues are somewhat CGI as well. It's not until by the third act we get some actual practical effects with the grab boys, which I find kind of sad because that's one of the reasons why we loved it is because of the practical effects and how they designed the grab boys. Here it's just a CGI thing. Now, if I count, I think there were three of them, but it looks like they were basically using the same CGI. Whatchamacallit. We never saw them. We never saw more than one at a time during filming. We just saw the one. So unfortunately, if you guys are going to continue to do this series, at least spend the money. If you're not going to spend the money, then don't do it. But I still enjoyed the film. So overall, I actually enjoyed the film. It's a nice entry into the series, and obviously, more than likely, going to continue to do this again. If I'm pretty sure we have not seen the last Bart Gummer, we haven't seen the last of Travis, and we haven't seen the last of Valerie. And again, we do have the TV show that Kevin Bacon's involved in, but we'll wait for that to come out. But as far as this film is concerned, it's a nice entry to the series. I didn't see anything wrong with it. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vault, and I'm going to give Tremors A Cold Day in Hell 2.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, I'm going to give Tremors A Cold Day in Hell 2.5 out of my 5 gold coins. It's pretty good. It's okay. Nothing great, nothing bad about it, but it's okay. So, my horror fans, have you seen Tremors A Cold Day in Hell? I was actually able to see this on Video On Demand because it just came out on Video On Demand. I believe it's actually due out actually on Video On Demand on May the 1st, mainly on Comcast. So, probably on May 1st, you should be able to see this by Tuesday. But if you have seen it like I have, did you enjoy it? Do you think this is an interesting series, entry into the series, or that you think it just missed the mark? Leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Tremors A Cold Day in Hell. Well, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share, where it really does help the channel out. And once again, as always, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules.